Little friends, welcome to another super exciting episode of Toto News Insights Music Edition. My name is Joanna, your host, here to bring you exciting news from the musical world of children. Are you ready to rhyme and discover? Let's jump right into it. Manny and her twin sister Myla went to buy ice cream in the UK and were shocked to find out it cost £9 for two. In a hilarious Instagram video, Manny ranted in her British accent about the silly ice cream man charging so much and only accepting cards. Social media went wild comparing the twin sister to Emma Watson and begging for more of their funny, dramatic updates.
Girls, what's just happened?
So, there's an ice cream van there selling just two ice creams with two chewing gums in it.
Yeah.
For bloody £9 for two of them.
£9 for two?
Yeah, £9. That is going to get nowhere. One that comes on my street is either £1 a p or £2. That is going to get nowhere with that.
No, he ain't, is it?
No, he ain't.
That's well bad, isn't it?
Yeah, you should know. And he only does the card. Stood there with my cash.
That's well bad, isn't it?
Bloody well bad.
Yeah?
Yeah, bet he can hear me.
On the 16th of June 2024, the world internationally marked the Day of the African Child. This is to specifically put to appreciate the African child and to remember June 16th, 1976, where thousands of black school children in the town of Soweto protested against the apartheid government's policy of enforcing education in Afrikaans rather than in their native languages. The peaceful demonstration turned violent when police opened fire on the students, leading to widespread unrest and large number of casualties. This event is commemorated annually in South Africa as youth and internationally as the Day of the African Child.
Ni siku ya pili ya maandamano ya mswada wa bajeti wa mwaka 2024-2025. Hivi leo, mamia waandamanaji walijitokeza katikati mwa mji wa kaunti ya Mombasa ili kuipaza sauti zao ili kuikataa katakata mswada wa bajeti iliyosomwa Alhamisi wiki jana. Gumosi gupili waandamanaji hao walipiga kambi hadi mahakama ya Mombasa, vile hadi afisini mwa gavana na mwishowe bunge la madiwani, huku wakiimba nyimbo zilizokuwa zikikashifu serikali kwa kuwakandamiza na mzigo mzito wa kodi za ushuru. Ilichukua muda wa saa 4 maandamano hayo kukamilika, hata licha ya mvua kunyesha asubuhi hii. Kupitia kwa kamanda mkuu wa polisi wa Mombasa, alidokeza hakupokea barua yoyote ya kuwa maandamano yatafanyika Mombasa. Maandamano ya mswada wa bajeti unatarajiwa kufanyika kaunti zingine siku tofauti wiki hii na wiki ijayo. Basi waandamanaji wamejitokeza hii leo kuweza kupinga mswada ule wa bajeti uliweza kutolewa Alhamisi iliyopita. David Pastor, Total News toka kaunti ya Mombasa.
Do you know what time it is? It's time for Let's Stay Curious.
Wagwizi everybody, and welcome to Let's Stay Curious with your utmost host Alamin Ahmed as usual. Now we're back again, well, with our most interested professor here, our astrophysicist, Mr. Ronald, and we're going to have a bit of a good conversation with him. And yeah, so this is going to be a sort of different episode once again, because we are somewhere else, not at our usual Hekaya space. So hi Ronald.
Hi.
Hope you're good. Hope
good.
it's been good these past few days that we have not been around. Go and introduce yourself a bit for the ones who might have been tuning in for the first time.
Hi, my name is Ronald Wasilwa. I'm an astronomer, astrophysicist. It's a pleasure to have you for this show.
All right, thank you. Now, just before we get into the sort of conversation beast, we're going to do a short trivia game. I've done this a couple of times with some of the guests that I've had on the show. So we're going to do quick mathematics.
Okay.
That's cool. So don't take too much time to think. Whatever you hear, just answer. Just
okay.
fire off.
Okay.
Shoot any answer. 1 plus 1.
2.
2 plus 2.
4.
Times 3.
12.
3 times 6.
72.
72 plus 2.
74.
Divide by 2.
30.
Well, that's
7.
7, right. As quick maths for you guys. All right, so jumping in straight into basically our topic of discussion this very episode. Gear up, guys. We're going into one of the second planet from the sun, that is Venus. So, diving in straight into the whole question setup. But just before that, what would be your favorite aspect of Venus?
My favorite aspect of Venus?
Yeah.
I really don't have a favorite
You
aspect.
don't have a favorite aspect.
But it's very easy to spot in the sky.
very easy to
in the
spot
morning or in the evening. So that's something good about it.
Okay. Now, Venus has been deemed, or rather a couple of times, or rather usually, it's called the sister planet to Earth. Do you perhaps know as to why it's called the sister planet to Earth?
So we have different planets in our solar system, 8 right now. Yeah. And then for Venus and Earth, they are sort of similar in size. They also made of their rocky terrestrial worlds, their rocky worlds, and they are close by. So that's why they are usually, it's usually referred to as a sister planet or their sister planets. They are close by to each other, the terrestrial worlds, and they are almost the same size.
Now, as scientists used to say, or rather are still saying this, in a different planet that is Mars, there's a possibility of life there, right? Now, in Venus, bringing back the conversation of Venus, do you think there is possibility of terrestrial life on Venus?
Sadly, no. No, it's very hot there. It's very hot.
Now, on the aspect of hotness, what is the average temperature of the planet Venus?
Average temperature, say maybe about 400
degrees
Celsius. In Celsius, yeah, but it can reach up to 480 degrees Celsius.
That's hot.
It's very hot there. So even metal exists in the form of like liquid on that planet, yeah.
So
life there will be very high.
Metal exists in the form of liquid.
If you go with metal there, it will
just
start
melting.
Yeah.
Okay. Guys, it's very hot. So careful when you're on your way to Venus. It's very hot there. We're speaking about Venus, right? And obviously on Earth we have our own atmosphere.
Yep.
And I presume, sorry if I'm assuming, but I presume that Venus also has its own atmosphere.
It does.
Are there like unique features of Venus's atmosphere, like in a way that it differentiates from all the other planets?
So Venus has a lot of carbon dioxide. It gets very hot there. So you know about the greenhouse gases.
Yeah, the greenhouse gases.
So the carbon dioxide is what is keeping the planet warm.
Warm.
But now most of the atmosphere of Venus is carbon dioxide. So that means it's going to be retaining a lot of heat. That's why it gets those temperatures. So some people wonder why is it that Venus is the hottest planet in the solar system and Mercury is the one that is closest to the sun.
True.
It's because of the atmospheric composition. So for Mercury, very thin atmosphere. So the day and nights are very completely different temperatures for Mercury. But for Venus, because of its thick atmosphere, CO2 retaining a lot of heat, so it gets very hot.
So, okay, what I'm getting is that the one, or rather the gas which causes the thick clouds and the intense greenhouse effect on the planet is carbon dioxide.
Yes.
So that's the main thing that causes the
yes,
thick clouds.
yes. And that is, Venus is like a lesson for us we need to learn. If we don't reduce the amount of CO2 we are emitting into the atmosphere, we might head the way of Venus.
So guys, clean up guys. Let's not emit a lot of carbon dioxide. Now, on the point of carbon dioxide, the fact that our planet is already, our planet is producing, or rather the human beings on the planet are already producing a lot of carbon dioxide. And this is mainly because of fossil fuels, right? Is there a chance that the same fossil fuels we have in Earth are the same fossil fuels, or rather, the same fossil fuels in Venus?
Not really. So for Venus, it has trapped a lot of CO2. So that's a lot of CO2 to just be releasing from fossil fuels that you have here on Earth. So the fossil fuels will be from the creatures that lived before. So don't have that amount of CO2 to be released the way Venus has released its. And mostly they are from the volcanic activities and the way Venus changes its surface composition very frequently. Like you have a new surface about every 100 millions of years.
For the planet Earth?
For the planet Venus, yeah. So a lot of volcanic activity, tectonic plates moving around. So there's also a lot of sulfur also on the atmosphere of Venus. So rains there is actually sulfuric acid.
Oh, so it's literally acidic rain.
Yeah.
Right, so and acidic rain can also happen in the Earth, right? It also happens. Yeah,
it can.
That is only if we emit enough sulfur.
Yes.
Sulfur and carbon dioxide to fit. Okay. So on the point of, you were speaking just right now. You're speaking about volcanoes.
Yeah.
Which sparks my interest to ask. Is there a chance, or rather, probably, as you said, there's volcanoes. Is there a chance there are active volcanoes? Are there like volcanoes constantly erupting in Venus?
Yeah, there are a lot of volcanoes in Venus. This is one of the, it's not as active as the volcanoes of Io, the moon. That's actually the most volcanic place in the solar system. But these change in the surface is because of these volcanoes. Yeah, so because they're spewing new materials from inside onto the surface.
Okay. Has basically the International Space Station or any of these like space private companies been able to study the materials that are being emitted from the volcanoes?
So the only study of Venus that we have right now is through mostly radar and probes that would orbit the planet. Going into the planet is
way too...
It's hard. So because of the high temperatures and also because of the pressure. So the atmospheric pressure. You know, right now there's that atmospheric pressure that's acting on you here on Earth. Now on Venus, if you go to the surface, or to go to the surface to study those things, if you go to the surface, that atmospheric pressure is comparable to if you are walking at the deepest trenches here on Earth.
That's a lot of pressure.
That's a lot of pressure. We've even heard of this submarine that was crashed.
Yeah, that was crashed.
Yeah, so imagine that pressure on Venus there. So sending things there, there's the temperature and then there's that pressure. So it's very difficult for us to go onto the surface of Venus. That's why in our solar system we actually send rovers that can walk on the surface of planets to only one other planet, Mars.
That is Mars.
Yeah.
That seems Mars is more comparable, or rather more loved as it seems by the scientists rather than the rest of the planets. But is there a way we can compare, like are there certain features we can compare with our planet, the Earth, and Mars, or rather Venus, sorry. Are there features we can compare in between, other than the mountains, the atmosphere? Are there other features that we can compare?
So features would be like it's a rocky world. There are rocky walls. They have the atmosphere. Both of them do have atmosphere. They both have a magnetic field, although Venus is weaker. It's weaker. Also the features, tectonic plates, they have all these things.
So earthquakes are constantly happening in Venus also.
Yeah.
Much more comparable than
Yes,
on Earth.
yes, because of the tectonic plates are moving quite more frequently than compared to that of the Earth.
Right. Now, just to cut you off there a bit, we're talking about the magnetic field of the planet Venus, right?
Yes.
Is it possible for, like, since the magnetic field is weak, is it possible for basically the atmosphere to leak out from the planet Venus and spread out all around the planet? And furthermore?
Yeah, so the thing is, if the magnetic field becomes weaker to a point where it's like Mars, so the same thing might happen to Venus the way it happened to Mars. So you have this radiation that comes from the sun. Usually it bombards the planet, but because of the magnetic field, usually the radiation sort of curves. It sort of creates like a wave. Okay? The magnetic field blocks that radiation. So if that gets weaker, that means that radiation push is going to affect the atmosphere. So it will be pushed and pushed until it's stripped of, or most of its atmosphere is stripped away. If the magnetic field becomes weaker. Yeah, so it's the same thing that happened to Mars. Mars had actually more atmosphere than it has right now, and because of its weak magnetic field, this has reduced.
Okay. Well, thank you so much, Bayi, for talking with me once again. I know it might be kind of annoying to speak with me, but but thank you so much. I really learned a lot about planet Venus, and I'm coming back with more questions on different planets very soon. Be sure to check that out. And I really hope you guys have also learned a lot about planet Venus, as have I. So be sure to check us out on our YouTube channel at Mtoto News International, on all our social media platforms at Mtoto News International. Make sure to check out our website at www.mtotonews.com. Make sure to check out our Shajara magazine, which is posted monthly at our website at www.mtotonews.com. Make sure to also check out my Instagram at yvinji.marlin. And yeah, so my little curiosities, once again to this episode, remember, stay curious.
Now let's jump into the movie and book review segment.
Morning, abuelo.
Hey, when's Magic Gift happen?
My cousin's ceremony is tonight.
What's his gift?
We're gonna find out.
What's your gift?
Who's asking?
Us?
Well, us. I can't just talk about myself. I'm only part of the amazing madrigals.
Who's all the amazing Madrigals?
Ah, you're not gonna leave me alone, are you? Casita, help me out. Drawers. Floors. Doors. Let's go. This is our home. We've got every generation. So
Encanto is a delightful animated film that brings the vibrancy of Colombian culture to life through the enchanting story of the Madrigal family. My name is Sheila Luango, and let's get to it. Nestled in the hidden mountains of Colombia, the Madrigal live in a magical place called the Encanto. This charming location has bestowed unique gifts upon every child in the family.
my dear Peppa, her mood affects the weather. When she's unhappy, well, the temperature gets weird. My Theo Bruno, we don't talk about Bruno. They say he saw the future, one day he disappeared. Oh, and that's why Mom Julieta, here's her deal. Whoa, the truth is she can heal you with a meal. Whoa, her recipes are remedies for real. If you're impressed, imagine how I feel, Mom. Welcome to the family, Madrigal.
The film excels in its vibrant animation and attention to detail, immersing viewers in a world filled with colorful landscape and intricate design. The music, composed by Lin-Manuel Miranda, adds an infectious energy that perfectly complements the lively visuals. Each song is crafted to highlight the unique personalities and ability of the Madrigal family members, crafting a rich tapestry of sounds that enhance the storytelling.
Turning, but work and dedication will keep the miracle burning, and each new generation must keep the miracle burning.
Wait, who's a sister and who's a cousin? There's so many people.
How do you keep them all straight? Okay. So many kids in our house, so let's turn the sound up. You know why? I think it's time for a grandkid roundup. Grandkid roundup. Cousin Dolores can hear a pin drop. Camilo shapes, Antonio gets his gift today. My older sisters, Isabella and Luisa. One strong, one graceful, perfect in every way. Isabella. Throw the flowers, the town goes wild. Isabella. She's a perfect golden child. And Lisa's superstar. The beauty and the blonde, you know wrong. That's life in the family, Madrigal.
Mirabel, voiced by Stephen Beatriz, is a compelling and relatable protagonist. Her journey from feeling like an outsider to realizing her own worth is both heartwarming and inspiring. The film exploration of family dynamics and the pressures of living up to expectation is handled with sensitivity and depth, making it resonate with audience of all ages.
Why am I the only one that didn't get a gift?
You're just as special as anyone else in this family.
You just healed my hand with an arepa con queso.
Casita?
What's going on?
The magic is in danger. We gotta get out of here!
We must protect our home. We must protect our family.
This is my chance. I will save the magic. Wait, how do I save the magic?
I'm losing my gift!
Mirabel, the fate of the family is gonna come down to you.
I can't do this.
Let me help you. The rats told me everything. Don't eat those.
Encanto is not just a visual and auditory feast, it also delivers a poignant message about the importance of self-worth and the power of family. As Mirabel navigates her way through the challenges threatening her family's magic, she learns that true strength comes from within and that everyone has something valuable to contribute. In conclusion, Encanto is a must-watch for its stunning animation, captivating music, heartfelt storytelling. It's a film that celebrates diversity, family, and the magic that lies with each of us. Whether you are a fan of animated film or just looking for a heartwarming story, Encanto is sure to leave a lasting impression. That was all we had for you today. Bye!
Everything. Don't eat those.
Even in our darkest moments, there's light where you least expect it.
Thank you so much for vibing with us. Find us across all social media platforms at Mtoto News. I have been your honored host, Joanna. Bye!